Well, it's very interesting because Tennessee and I would meet up, and every time I came and we would talk, I was an actress who was always auditioning for a part in a play. And every time I came, I would dress differently. My hair was different. And I would be a different kind of character completely. And Tennessee would say, "What are you today, Blanche? Every time I see you, you never look the same." And I said, "Well, Tennessee, I have to earn my livelihood, so I have to go to these auditions, plus the fact that I am modeling, and each time I model, I have to look like another type. So I audition as an actress, I audition as a model. I keep changing all the time." I said, "I've never seen anybody. When you travel, what happens? Do you pack everything in a suitcase?" And I said, "Well, when I travel, I don't need to." "Well, of course I do, because if I'm going to be in a show and I'm going to have different changes and different costumes and different things, I obviously will have to. But also, he said, when you travel, tell me something. I hate traveling. I always feel that I don't belong anywhere. And I hate hotels. I hate living in hotels. And more than anything, I just hate living out of a suitcase. I can't bear it. I can't bear not being able to feel that I belong somewhere." So I said, "Well, I travel all the time too, because when you're in acting, you have to go out on tour before the shows come into New York." I said, "But Tennessee, you have to make home wherever you are, so that when I'm in a hotel room, and I go from one hotel room to another, it's very simple. I have a vase, and I put in flowers. I have 2 bookends for my little books. I have a tea, sort of thing over a cup and saucer. I have a pillow that I can put on the bed. I make that place home. I create magic wherever I am, because that's my home. And that's what you have to do if you're in the theater, because you're not going to be able to just stay in one place. You have to be able to move from place to place. Besides which, you're not only going to move from Broadway, you're going to go down south again, you're going to go to California, you want your plays to be done wherever it can be done, and you must learn how to take magic with you. If you can do it with the pen, you can do it with your own life, and you've got to learn how to be able to do that." And he looked at me and he said, it's interesting that I just don't really take care of myself." I said, "If you really cared about yourself, you take care of yourself. I don't know why you want to constantly punish yourself." I said, "You've got to make a life and be able to create friendships." And he said, "Well, you're well loved, I said, "Yes, because I have someone I love and he loves me. It's perfectly possible for you to have the same." And Tennessee said, "Yes, but I don't deserve love. You do, but I don't." And that about broke my heart, because in the years to come, when I met up with Tennessee 10 years later in Rome, and we sat and we talked, and I said, "Has life changed? Have you at least found someone in your life that can make your life a little bit easier?" And he looked even sadder than he did as that young man, and he said, "Nothing's changed, Blanche. I never deserved love, and I'll never have it now." And the years after that, in the 1970s, he went on to drugs and drinking. And his whole quality of writing began to change, because he never believed enough in himself. He never felt he deserved any kind of real caring, because he felt he had betrayed his sister Rose. He never got over the fact that he left and let Rose suffer within the family, and the mother had a lobotomy performed upon her, and she was never the same. And he felt that he should have taken her with him, or in some way protected her, and he didn't. He ran for his own escape. And he did escape, and he did achieve, but he never enjoyed the achievement, and he never felt he deserved anything that was welcoming in life. And one always tried to give Tennessee something, some warmth, some feeling. And the feelings that he had towards sensitive women was always that women, in a way, were willing to protect him because he was so vulnerable. You felt, how could somebody this beautiful, basically, be so hurt that he could not recover? And the tragedy of the man, and his death, even the way he died, in a hotel room, the thing that he hated most of all, and alone, so that one feels Tennessee deserved something better. And it wasn't possible in the relationship that I had with him, in which we were able to exchange what we thought and we felt and cared. And one knew that even as that young man that I knew would not really develop into anything or grow out of or have life itself bestow upon him, it was as if he was a Greek tragedy. He was doomed, and it was foreshadowed by the fates. And long may he live, and his works and his sensitive works live on.